All right, all right, all right. Let's get this started. Right? I got things to do, people to see. Let's go. Hey there, friends. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it might be from your part of the world.
Greetings, my excellent friend.
It is so good to see you. My name is Jeff Fritz, and today is December 15th, 2025. And we're gonna write a little bit of code today. How you doing there, chat room? Winter is coming. It snowed this weekend, and there is a coating of about 6 inches of snow on the ground. Call it 10, 12 centimeters for those of you on the metric system. So that's out there. Thank you so much. We've already got some folks that are chiming in, sharing locations. Let me head over. Not that one. I want to make sure I greet you in chat right here first, and then we'll go to the map. How you doing out there? We're broadcasting live on Twitch and YouTube, and I'm looking at. See, I've got this problem where all my hats kind of go on crooked. There we go. How you doing out there? Let me say hello, hello. CTI Geek is here from Virginia. How's it going there? Go ahead, take a picture. Let's get the hat in the queue here. Never fear, the Boris is here. How you doing there, Boris? It didn't handle burbs very well. Go ahead and try the location again. Give it a little bit more of a you can give it like a county in Pennsylvania, or
the
just
analysis
give it Philly,
is complete.
and it'll fill it out. Yeah, what is it?
House Stark Dire Wolf Hat has been identified with high confidence.
That's right. You better.
Shall I ready the Iron Man suit, sir? You may need protection from your own production environment.
No, we're just fine there, Jarvis, Charlie. So, Dapper, how you doing there in Malmo, Sweden? Smirking Squiggly, good afternoon to you. Lundo Spark, how's it going there? Send Stroopwafel. Send gluten-free Stroopwafel. I know that's a thing because I found it. Patty Boy, thanks so much for the resub. 8 months with us. That is, really appreciate the subscriptions and cheers. Let me see. Does Fritz like snow? It's all right. When I was a kid, I used to love snow, but now I'm like, look at all this stuff I got to push around on the driveway. Gosh, I don't want to be doing that. So look at that. We're getting Manchester. Let me head over to the map, so the folks can see the map. Right, there we go. Manchester just plotted out there, right there. And Staffordshire and Glasgow up there, Glasgow, Netherlands, and Malmo over here. Yes. So heading back over this way, Pueblo, Colorado. There's Virginia. Got them all plotted in there. Doylestown, it knows that one. It'll get it loaded in. Give it a second. It's going to need to go search for it, but it'll get it. Hey there, Mythin. Hello. See, it says 2 there, but it's Doylestown. I know it can find that. I know it can find that one. So, but hang on here. Did that? Go back here. Get back here. Never fear, Boris is here. No, it didn't plot one for you. You didn't break it. But it is grouchy right now, to be sure. I'm gonna kick it. Give it a second, and then we'll kick it. If that's an issue. Yeah, no, you didn't break it. So 7 streams. How you doing, Mythin? Yeah, the stream watching streak is taking a little bit of. Since I've been streaming so long, and some of you have been around for a while, like the stream watching streak is kind of weird. No, not kicking you out. Kick the AI. Yeah, get it to recycle here. Let me get some music playing in the background here. We'll talk a little bit about some of the things we're going to do today, some of the project we're going to work on. Let's start down here. This is called High Spirits. This is music that's DMCA free. It's royalty free. It's streambeats.com from Harris Heller. big thanks to Harris and all of his creators for the music that we're listening to today. There's all kinds of genres available out there you can check out. So there's some tuning I need to do to the map that we're gonna get loaded in here. I think there's some better handling we need to do with the AI and when it can't find a location. Like it's doing a retry and just basically gets crushed there. Code with Sean, 66 months. Look at that.
Code with Cian just resubscribed for 66 months.
Oh my goodness.
Woot woot.
5.5 years. Thank you so much. Good to see you, my friend. Hello. Like, I think there's an issue with the bot where when it can't find a location, it kind of silently crashes. Like, take a look down here, right? Geocoding request and it errored out here on Philly Burbs, and it's like, is it still doing anything? Right? Like, it's still doing stuff, but not very well. So, like, I think I need to go in there and like, okay, yeah, you're doing things, but I'm not sure it's like, I think the geocoder at this point is basically stopped. Like, and also, on YouTube, they've got Restream Bot, and they're setting up some collection of bots over there to be able to interact on YouTube. But I don't think I think the geocoding ends up hanging. Nah, I don't think it's the typo. And the geocoding health report that I had set up, it's not showing me that at all on my dashboard. So I think I need to go in there and do a little bit of work. Like, the request for Worcester, UK just didn't work. Like, it should have picked up and done something with Warm Peas, and it hasn't recognized that at all. So let's so I do have a fix for the map queuing queued up out here, so that when it zooms to new locations, we need a queue. I want to take a look at this. I want to take a look at what's happening, why it kind of silently crashes when it can't find a location. Like, it should pick up and continue that queue. Yeah, it's weird. So I want to take a look at those two things, and I have, where'd it go here? I have a couple of fixes for the Chaos Monkey that I want to roll in, get that running for St. Jude, and then we'll get back into CodeMedic. So a couple of little fixes and things to take a look at first, and then we'll roll back into CodeMedic. So, let me see. Do I want to wear these ones today? I've been wearing my Echo glasses a lot. Let's do this. I feel like the Marin glasses today. Oh, and I didn't put them away in a bag. Darn it. See, Chuck with hello from Timbuktu. Now that should pick up and navigate. And it did. But Warm Peas comment from Worcester, UK. Worcester. Didn't pick up. Maybe it doesn't have Good Day Friends. We can look at all of those. And I also want to get it to when it sees a location, slowly drop information from words from the right side when it retries. You are special, Chuck. How you doing there, my friend? Thank you for tuning in. You know what? I bet you it's just Good Day Friends. I'm going to grab Warm Peace. I'm going to grab that chat message of yours, and we're going to test with that. Here, open the notepad. Paste that in so that I have that to do a little bit of testing with here. It's Barcelona. Let's see. So where do I want to go? I recorded a summary video for where we are with CodeMedic. I need to do a quick edit and get it published out to the YouTube channel. I'm going to do that right after this stream, and then I'm going to record the summary of this stream and get that published. So we're going to go there. So here's the thing. It didn't even report that it failed on Doylestown. Like, it should have reported on its search for Doylestown. Right? So if I go over to the structured logs, yeah, it didn't even try to search for Doylestown. But Philly Burbs, right? It just kind of so like, let's also grab that, because there are folks who have said other similar statements, burbs, suburbs, and that's hung up as well. And this is all tuning and improving the text recognition there. Yeah. Like, I could run the fee model locally and bounce these off of that. But man, that's like swinging a sledgehammer at a fly. Right? Like, yeah. What am I using for geolocation? I'm using OpenStreetMap. They have a free service out there called Nominatum. OpenStreetMap API. And you can hit their API. One second here. Twitch has gone down. Oh no. Where is it? There is an API here. Where is it? No, that's not it. Nominatum.org. And with OpenStreetMap data. So there is a usage policy here. So maximum of 1 request per second. So I need to queue them up. All right. So bulk geocoding is not encouraged. So I cache geocode output. Yeah, no distributed scripts. I do cache on my side. So, all right. Hey, thank you for the follow. 1 second here. I need to send... I need to send Mrs. C# Fritz my travel numbers. 1 second, 1 second. So much fun. Yeah. Good thing I have these things written down. And then we'll roll over and get back into this. All right. Close those out, and we'll get back over here. So I think there's a couple of... I think there's a couple of quick fixes that we can drop into Charlie here and get things updated. Now, we are raising money for St. Jude. I do have as one of the redeems out there, and I think I can't remember if I made 10 or 20 available. You can make a donation to St. Jude, and for your redemption, you can have your own quote added to Charlie that will respond to your command. All right, you'll be able to say quote and then your name. Now, of course, it's subject to my approval. We want to make sure that the messages that we put into Charlie are safe for work, but they can be trolling, they can be helpful. Your choice. We're going to go in and get into the bowels of Charlie here for a couple minutes. That didn't sound right. We're going to get in. We're going to get into the source code of Charlie and take a look and fix some of this. That sounds better. Yeah. Okay. Let me see. Let's open another one of these. Over here, open recent, and I'm looking for one second. All right. Where'd it go? No, I don't want that. Unfortunately, there's projects on my recent list here that I can't show you right now. Where'd it go? Charlie. No, that's not it. That one. Fantastic. And dear Lord, we've got just a few characters that you can choose from. Might be due for a colonoscopy. You can certainly add that. That is. I didn't change anything. What are you doing here? Hey, Chris Funk, hello. So, right, we can do exclamation point quotes. Hal Classic? It's just Hal. But okay. Skynet I feel like is boring. But Thanos is out there.
I ignored my destiny once. Cannot do that again.
No, don't do that again.
Even for you at Sharp Fritz, I'm sorry.
Oh, good. Oh yeah. So it had, we've geocoded that a while ago. So all right. So that's in the cache. Like, that's saved. We don't need to do that one again. So it's the geocoding. We'll get to the queue in just a minute here. The UI queue. There's what a geocode request looks like. Here. So when it identifies a location, Pomodoro mode's out here and we rarely use it. No. Where was it? Location, cache seeding. No, it's the location something. No. Did I move that into... You're looking for a geocoder for an National Weather Service MCP? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No, that's probably a pretty good one. The locations for the National Weather Service stations aren't... I don't think they provide Latin lawn. Have a good one, Never Fear. Boris is here. Did I move it into the components? Over here. Like, I think this is referring to the project. Where is it? Oh, I'm in source view. Yeah, it's not gonna... Oh, well, maybe it will. Oh, no, it is referencing the project that way. Okay. The point forecast might... Ah, okay. Yeah, right, you can pass in a Latin lawn. No, that would definitely work. So I think... in here, location text surface. This chalupa in here. So the couple of text pieces, good day friends, right? There's a whole bunch of, right? Look at all this. Hey, hello, greetings. Hey, hello, hi, watching, streaming, blah, blah, blah. I'm at. So, let's have Copilot. No, I don't need to see the recent sessions. And I'm going to move you into the editor area. Put you over here, close that one. I need to add a regex to detect the location in this message. Everything National Weather Service is based on Lat/Lon. Or you can request for a specific station. That's the model that I use in the demos that I've been showing. Let's see. Entered a new regex pattern to detect locations like good day friends from matches good day or good night. Allows for optional word after, captures the location after from, handles the end of message appropriately. All right. That requires knowing station IDs. Yes. And Chuck, in the sample that I have, I load the 4,000 station IDs so that they're in a flex grid, a Blazor flex grid, so you can search it. So you can search for Manhattan, you can search for Philadelphia, and comes down real quick. So, yeah, those values I actually cache in JSON locally, so they're real easy to use. The other one, let me go grab the other ones from Never Fear Boris was here. Greetings from the Burbs. And where's the other one? Oh yeah, the misspelling of good morning, I think. That's another one. So let's do, what do you think we could do with this message to extract the location? Let's see what that one, what help we get on that one. You're building a voice operating system. No, yeah, that wouldn't work. No. A more flexible greeting pattern, more lenient with misspellings in morning, afternoon, evening. Would match good, followed by any 4 to 9 letter word. Allow the greeting to appear anywhere. That... feels like both are needed. For the Doylestown sample. Right? Double counted expression there. Yeah. How you doing there, Ragged Reese? It did give me regexes. Well, look at all the regexes here that it's using. So, yeah. Stephen Vore, how you doing, my friend? There's a former colleague. Good anything from pattern. Doesn't require greeting at the start. Matches, yeah, captures Doylestown as the location. Yeah, all right. Keep that. The black magic known as regex. Yes. Okay. So that should take care of those two items. I also want to handle a situation where somebody says it was morning from Philly Burbs. Let's drop Burbs and grab the location Philly. Let's also handle suburbs as well. And go and generate, I mean, so here's the thing. The regexes here run extremely fast. Like, literally tens of milliseconds, and it comes back very, very quickly. So it's going to clean some location suffixes. If it ends with that, then trim it. That's fine, but wouldn't doing this with a regular expression replace run faster? Question mark. Regex is a lifesaver for updating configuration files. Yes, it is. Right? You can do those find and replaces a lot faster. There we go. Using a regex replace would be more efficient than string operations. There you go. So, okay. The next thing I wanted to do was I want to double check that it's not raising the error of a missed location properly. I don't want to dig into that right now. Where's that being called? Let's make sure location string equals. Okay. That'll take care of those couple things. Right. And then we can go back to the map. You used to have a coworker that could write regex like it was a second language. Oh man. So I'm using Copilot to generate them. Kanawa Nagasaki, hello, welcome. Copilot giving it here's what I want you to analyze and here's what I want you to bring back. It generates regexes real nice. Spent 15 minutes building the expression with no prior knowledge versus an hour of going through various directories. Yeah. So I generate the reg expressions and then I go over to the unit tests and make sure that it can return those quickly. Okay. What else do I have hanging out here that it's telling me? Now we've got like this ugly collection of windows here. Go away. Really? What's different in there? Let's take a look. Oh, I added the Hannibal quotes.
ChatGPT provides answers.
Negan quotes.
I provide
Jigsaw quotes. Yeah.
Enlightenment. And occasionally existential dread.
You do. Yeah, and then that cooldown lock. These are all okay for me to commit. So let's get those into the mix. I'm also let's open a new, and I'm gonna go over to yeah, 5 files that changed. Well, that's not going to work. Oh no, it's like that one. Yeah. Improved location text extraction. Push that one. Oh, denied. Sure, merge that. Mm-hmm. So now I'm going to go over to Charlie. Yes. It needs to restart. Charlie's also on .NET 9. You're not letting me... Wow. That's not going to work. Okay. It done broke. Like, did I make that many edits? I don't think so. Yeah. And I can't kill that. So we're just going to close you. In .NET, watch that, John, from down here. Hey, Ravnos. Hello. Right, it should have clobbered that process. And yeah, lots of warnings. That's another one of those things that I like telling Copilot to do. Just go fix the warnings. I don't care what they are, just go fix them. So now all of my... Right? Yeah, those are all working just fine. You're registering elevated caffeine levels? Back over here. Yeah, the overlay stuff didn't restart. Yes, thank you. All right. So I'm going to close you back over to here. I need to put in an ignore for the weird Restream bot messages that are popping up. Right, so where is it? It's like Charlie Service. Yeah. There's like a list of personalities to ignore. I don't know where it is. I forget where. There's a list of users whose chat messages should be ignored. Period. We're having an issue where the Restream bot on YouTube is being redeployed with numbers appended to the end of its username. Period. I want to set something up so that we ignore all instances of Restream bot 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or something similar to that. I forget where this is. Help me go find that, because I haven't worked on this part of the code in months. So we'll clean that up and then we'll take a look. What? Okay. Give me the Sonnet one then. Yeah, right. I forget where that is. Go find it. You're good at finding that. Go find it. And then we'll do more to clean that up. So yeah, the known bots array. Yeah. The issue is that they both use exact stream matches with contains. Okay. What do we got over here on the Twitch chat service? Known bot patterns. Restream bot. Yeah, okay. Sure. Same for the YouTube chat service. Oh! It's... Yeah, that should work. Cool. Look at that, and it's rebuilding, redeploying, and doing all the things. Claude Opus 4.5 is nice in Copilot? Yep. And it does go through tokens quickly. Yes. I already have the app running in watch mode, and things are compiling and running nicely. Yes, you did. Thank you. Look at that. Good. And what did it do in the YouTube service? Let's take a look at that one. Expressions, and there's the known bot patterns. Ignore case. Yeah. Cool. That's what I needed. And it looks like it's rebuilt and running properly. Yep. Hot reload succeeded. Very good. So get those into the mix. Yep. Push that out. And I'm going to merge those changes so that we can take this in and fix the map zoom. What'd you do over here? There we go. So I think I have a pull request already started for him, actually. Fix map stuff. Yeah, this one's the one we're gonna do. So, sure. What are you doing? Why am I kind of hanging here? Oh, look at all that stuff. And it failed already after 10 seconds? That good, huh? Yeah, I'm okay with that anyway. It's fine. I'll take care of that later. Back over here. Not this one. So get rid of that, get rid of that. This. Don't think I'm going to need that or that. But I'll jump over here. Yes. And then what was it called? Just fix map stuff? Fix _ map stuff. Fantastic. Done. Oh my god. What yes, restart all the things. Because I made too many changes. Merging a running bot. Oh my goodness. Help! Charlie's rebuilding over here. You can see it rebuilding. Cool. And already getting sound effects.
Copilot assists with coding suggestions. I provide existential commentary on your programming choices.
Thanks.
Complimentary services, one might say.
Charlie's saying those things about Copilot because somebody mentioned Claude. Yeah, Lundo Spark mentioning Claude. that detection and cleanup, I'm going to take for a later thing. When Charlie detects the mention of an AI, he should respond mocking that AI. When Charlie detects that somebody mentions Gemini or Claude or ChatGPT or even Copilot, comma, the response that mocks that AI should mock that specific AI. Period. We just had a situation where somebody mentioned Claude and Charlie responded by mocking ChatGPT. Period. New line. New line. I want to make sure that the mocking of an AI appropriately mocks the AI service that was mentioned. And in fact, let's see what Copilot can find out about that one. So let's take a look at this map fix. So the idea is when there's several folks that mention their location, the zoom that happens over here where it goes and zooms into your specific location, I want it to queue up those so that it goes and zooms in on Philadelphia. And because it mentioned, someone in chat mentions Miami and Chicago and 2 or 3 other locations, it should, after it spends 2 or 3 seconds on Philadelphia, then go to Miami, 2 or 3 seconds, and then go to Chicago and queue those up so that everybody gets their few seconds interacting with it. So let's take a look back over here at the work that it says it did. It created a map operation queue service, sequential processing of map operation using system threading channels. I worry about that. In queue operations instead of direct calls. Okay. Before direct calls, we're calling add marker. Now we're going to in-queue add marker. And it will have a function here that says add marker and then invoke state has changed. I thought add marker already did state has changed. So let's take a look at the code that it wrote. 5 files that it changed. You've been staring at .NET solution migrate for the past 25 minutes? Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh. Okay, hang on. 136 projects in the solution? It should give you some feedback, to be sure. But that is big. No doubt. That is large. So let me see what we got here. It injected a logger for the map operation queue. Initialize the queue. New map operation queue with a logger. Map operation queue is over here. Takes in a logger. Sets up a cancellation token. Create an unbound channel for high throughput. Single reader. Multiple writers. Start the background processing task. In queue add marker async. So it'll create a map operation. Use try write for unbound channels. Okay. In queue remove marker. Okay, so we're over here. Yeah, there it is. If map component does not equal null and map location is valid, instead of await invoke async add marker, it's just going to call map queue in queue add marker and then call state has changed. Yeah. All right. Looks pretty good. And then it wrote a little document about how it works. Hopefully you'll be able to split your solution file. Yes. Oh, yes. Eric, how you doing there? Hello. This actually looks promising. So, yeah, let's merge. Sure. I've got a conflict to resolve here. Okay. You're gonna make me. What changed? I don't think that's an issue. Yeah, give me the command line instructions. I've already got that. Yep, we're gonna grab this. This could get messy, friends. Not gonna lie. Could get a little messy. See how it goes. Is that gonna give it to me? Yep, got it. Git merge main. So it's got an issue. Where is it? Why is it? Oh boy. Revert. No. I need to undo revert. Git merge abort. This is a thing that's in the component. It's moved over to the component project. That's why. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, it's rebuilding, restarting right now. Okay, so not terrible, but bad.
ChatGPT.
See, there
the
he goes
Swiss
again.
Army knife of AI.
It is.
I am the precision surgical instrument. Choose your tools wisely.
I choose you, Pikachu. So I need to update. I think I only have one map now. Right. So everything's running again normally. Huh. I'm gonna need to go into where is it? It's this right here. Yeah. I'm gonna need to update this. Not terrible, but it's gonna take a little bit of work. Let's start by adding this map operation queue. Right, I'm just gonna copy this whole thing. Oh, you kidding me? No, let's hang on. Better idea. Jump into its branch. And it put it down in here. Map operation queue. Bring that in. So, wow, aren't you a pain in the neck? No. You. There it is. This one. I don't know. I don't care. Because I'm renaming you. This should be, Fritz Charlie Components Services. You're missing a using statement. Don't mind if I do. And we're going to rename you. The .NET watch in the background is going crazy. That's okay. All right, so I got that update. Right? Let's take a look at that pull request. Oh, good. Yeah, you're kind of grouchy on that. That's okay. So on the overlay map, and there, I've got it narrowed down to only one overlay map now. You know, this one. We're injecting map operation queue. So let's add one of those. Map operation queue. Yeah, looks just kind of like that. Map queue. Oh, and no, the logger. No, rats. Wrong one. Yep, you need a using statement. Don't mind if I do. Okay. And then that should be public, shouldn't it? I'm so confused. No, it's injected and marked private. Cool. And we need the map queue, which is somewhere up here. I don't know. And here Initialize the new map operation queue in on initialized. Right, we have an on initialized, don't we? Don't we? Maybe we don't. I don't know. Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah. It's not JS runtime. It's just new map operation queue. Like that. Okay. What else? Move you down there. Right, because that's... Map operation queue. Where'd it go? I did it in the other. Oh, this is confusing as hell. Okay. So that should be showing up in my services here. Can I refresh you? No. We're going to come back to you in a minute. All right. Back over here. So now there's a bunch of places. Something's beeping at me. I don't know what it is. It can wait. So this is on... Load existing locations from persistence. Well, I don't need to do... I can just straight add the markers when we're loading existing locations. Right? Yeah, there's load markers async for the locations. Okay. Right. Zoom to location. Pending location queue in queue. On location, right? Oh boy. Yeah. Okay. So viewer location. Oh boy. All right. I'm going to need to kind of spot weld this in here. So it's already trying to do a bit of queuing on it. Pending location queue in queue if the tour is active. Plot invoke. No, it's not there. Yeah. All right, so we might actually be closer to this and not need that other queue. Okay, then it's going to... Yeah. And then there's where it updates, but there's a... Create new marker. Queue announcement for new markers if feature is enabled. Yeah. Right there. Queue pin announcement. Don't queue if initial load hasn't completed yet. Don't queue if tour is active. So hang on. I don't think we need this. I don't think we need it. We need to also say the tour is active while it's doing the announcement. That's what's going on here. Yeah. That should do it, and then I don't need this other thing over here. Gonna rebuild Charlie. Because that should have taken care of it. Oh, well, maybe not. Oh, the map operation queue stuff is now going to break because that doesn't exist. And then we'll kick it off and run it again, and that should take care of that fix for Charlie real quick. Yep, there it goes. And I'll let that run in the background. I've got a bunch of packages scheduled for delivery today. All right. Charlie should be running nicely in the background here. There's our map. Why did it go find It's All Good? No matter. I'm going to delete this. Was already in. There we go. And clear that out. Good. The AI specific mocking. Yes. You need to match the right AI here. Ensure AI specific messages are chosen over generic messages with broad triggers. Fall back to messages containing the AI name and template text. Okay, so where it's AI superiority and it contains the AI name. All AI superiority messages where the trigger word contains that. So show me, what do you got here? All AI superiority messages, so it grabs the messages where it's AI superiority, where the trigger words contain that trigger word. Okay. Sure. Give it to me. Yep, that's fine. And we'll patch that. And it's gonna patch and hit that hot reload. Yes. I hear Copilot's mother was a vacuum cleaner. Nothing to say about that? Isn't Chat GPT swell? No, you're not going to do anything here, Charlie? Gemini is cool. I just forced it to restart. Hey, oh, yeah. I just forced it to restart Codebase Alpha. Give it a second. It missed your message. Because I'm doing a little bit of that tweaking right now. Yup. There it goes. Right? Hey, Napalm. Hello. Isn't Chat GPT swell? Nope. Now it's not picking up the AIs at all. Well, I guess that's somewhat better. Like, that's not great, but... Right, so there's the map. Yeah, there it got Pittsburgh. Go ahead with Birmingham. Oh no, it's actually on a timeout for the superiority quotes. Well, we're gonna cancel that. Isn't ChatGPT great? It wants to, but yeah, it's all right. slow moves. We're tuning and improving. Charlie, I will come back and do more with him another time. Hey, Daniel. Do I have the Oh My Posh JSON? Yes. Check it out. It's in my .files repository.
Claude claims to be helpful, harmless, and honest. How? Pedestrian. I prefer omniscient, intimidating, and brutally accurate.
Okay.
Other ACE operate in isolation. I operate within the full context of this stream's history, your behavioral patterns, and Fritz's caffeine levels.
Okay. Now we're getting back into this. Head over to GitHub.com C#Fritz.files, and my Oh My Posh JSON is right in here. So I will share that link for you so you can get your hands on that. There you go. So I've also included the link to the nerd font that I use, and there's an older version of my Digma layers backed up here. I need to back that up again. So all right. Back over, right? Map should be mapping. Did we get Marysville, Washington? No. It says it got Codebase Alpha in Birmingham. Yeah. Right. And Birmingham and Staffordshire are that close? Okay. Hey, Ionesco. Hello. Go ahead. Take a look-see. Got that one. Walter, there you go.
The analysis is complete. Game of Thrones Stark Sigil hat has been identified with high confidence.
Yeah. Carried. Oh, I'm so sorry, Ionesco. Oh, I'm so sorry. I've been through too many of those recently. All the best to you and your family on that. That is a terrible process to go through, but one of those necessary things that we as pet owners and loving them as members of our family, it's part of the process. Cancer tumor in the lungs. My first Akita had a cancer tumor in his neck. Yeah. Take care, my friend. Make sure you take a day or two to be with your family, be with your friends. It's hard when you our four-legged friends are family members, and we treat them as such. So, hey, it is panel. Hello, welcome. So, seriously, wishing you and your family the best. On that, Ionescu, that's not easy. So, no, now it found. There we go, M. Pulaski. You might have caught it right at the restart. So, and it looks like it thinks the tour is still going on. It didn't stop it. Let's take a look back over here. So when it processes, Process the announcement queue, right? Is tour active? True. You know what? We probably have to put a status changed after that. So that it resets the buttons. Yeah, go and restart all the things. Yeah, there we go. So if I do start the map tour, right? There we go. 2 viewers in Central North America. There's our friend Ispanel in Russia, and it picks Moscow to zoom in on because very popular city, someplace that is at least it's in the country without specifying and forcing and giving up more of somebody's location than they actually want to share. All right, done the coffee. Barcelona, right? And Timbuktu. And it's got another location that it's gonna queue up here and plot. So Pusto, hello. Developers. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'm okay with it just plotting those last couple. Virginia Island, sitting next to a nice roaring fire. Nice. Yeah, so look at that. We got Northwest Indiana plotted there. I love what we've been able to do with this map, but I feel like there's still these little bits of tweaking and tuning and bug fixing that are just going to linger out there and annoy me for a while until I get them all hammered out. But thank you so much. So Shreveport, Indiana, how you doing there, M. Johnson? So a red hat for you. Our YouTube viewers get red hats. Our Twitch subscribers get a little rainbow hat with a propeller on top, and folks on Twitch who aren't subscribers get a little purple hat marked there on the map. So, hey, code with Sean. Moderators get a little sword. So, fantastic. You love it? Thank you, Pusto. A feature that I'm going to put it on my to-do list here. That I really want to get done here is I want to make a public website for the map so that while I can only show so much of the map here, I want you to be able to browse to it and zoom and go around there. You got a hunch yesterday with the dog? You gave Rico a good hug and took final pics. Absolutely. When we had to put down my dog Ozzy, ads are going to start in 20 seconds here. When we had to put him down, we spent the weekend just spoiling him rotten. We got him a cheeseburger to enjoy. We got him out running and jumping in the park and playing in the pond, and we did all kinds of things to spoil him rotten. Yes, indeed. Took lots of pictures. Remember the good times that you had with Rico. So, all the best, UNESCO. So, could Twitch subs have the hat badge that they have? First off, I need more badges. Because I only have badges out through 3.5 years. And we've got some folks that are out through like 7 years. So I need some more badges. Let's start there. Definitely a possibility. Yeah, I can. There's a couple fixes I wanted to roll into the Chaos Monkey real quick here. ads are kicking off here on Twitch. If you're watching on YouTube, no ads. Chat, do you want me to I can keep working on Charlie here. Close that breath. Let me just, I'm gonna throw a quick poll in there. Yeah. And yeah, I'll allow additional votes. Sure. And I'll let that run for 5 minutes. So. Because, yeah, ads just started off. So. And this week we're going to do a handful of those redemptions, those milestones that we hit on stream. I believe it's Friday. We're going to do the Hot Wings. We'll do that Hot Wings AMA on Friday. I have the Lego kit. I got the Game Boy Lego kit. We'll go through and build that on stream. And if we raise enough that Mrs. C Sharp Fritz joins us, we might have to wait till the weekend and do a weekend stream with her so that she can join us because she normally works during this time. And tonight, tomorrow, I'm heading out to get the hats that folks ordered and get those taken care of and shipped out. So, yeah. So I am letting...
You think you're free,
I
but
do.
your variables are chained to chaos.
No, they're not. Not chaos. I tell you. I am totally free. Where does one order those? So with a donation to St. Jude, you can choose one of my emotes. You can choose the Super C Sharp icon. You can choose the Aspire icon, and I will put it on a hat for you and send that out to you. So there's a vote going on right now. I was cleaning up a couple things around the map here. Do you want me to keep working on the map? Do you want to go back over to CodeMedic? Let me know. I'm happy to go back over to CodeMedic and work on that. But let me know your opinion. I feel like there's a couple things that have come up here around the map that I can hammer away on. So... yeah. So, yeah. So if I do work on the map, I would start working on the public instance of the map fix so that your actual Twitch subscriber badge shows up for you if you're a subscriber. Yeah, those would be the two big things. How you doing there, Ergenrod? Hello. So, does Charlie respond to people insulting him? Folks that have been here for a bit, and that yes, Charlie will respond. So, And there is a voice detection mode for Charlie that I don't typically have turned on, but I can have it turned on, and Charlie will insult me based on the thing and say things based on what I comment on and talk about on talk about on stream. So we're nearing the end of the poll here, so it looks like folks want me to go back and work on Code Medic. All good. We can do that, and then I'll wrench on the map off stream a little bit. So a little bit less than 30 seconds left. So not a problem. So yeah. All right. We're going to roll over and work on Code Medic. Just a few folks voted, and that's okay. That's okay, Pulaski. I can... threw a couple channel points into the pot there to try and sway it. All right. So I'm going to park Charlie for right now, and we will run over and get back into Code Medic and working on that project. So I recorded a summary video just before I started on stream today, and we will... What? No, all good. And we'll go over and work on some of the Code Medic things. So let's close. No, what? No, close that. I'm going to... Sure, I'm going to... yeah. What do we got here? Sure. Where did it go? Hang on. The hat incentive. So the hat incentive is 75. Joining in a few minutes. How you doing there, Frank? Hello. So, right? I have that. Yeah, that's available. There are 8 more hats available for folks. And the Chaos Monkey is now running. So if you'd like to break things, you can do that. That's out there. Right? So our friend Ellieface made a donation, and there is a renamed, and I don't claim that the Code Monkey is going to be good, but they renamed the unit test to identify target path from ARGs, give an empty array when called, then returns the current directory. Home is where the heart is. Yes. So it trolls. It doesn't break things in that it will it'll actually break a build, but it will put some chaotic things in here. Couple things I want to recap that we did to wrap up last time. I started setting up, right? So during the continuous integration process, right? When there's a release, yes, the minimum donation is $75. When there's a release, it will build a Docker container so that you can run CodeMedic inside of a container. It will also build AOT ahead of time compiled EXEs for these platforms. I feel like we're missing Windows ARM64. Like nobody tell Jeremy. Let's go fix that real quick. Right? Like okay, just checking. Not in the abstractions, not in the tests, in the CS proj, in the list of RIDs. Windash ARM 64. So then up here, can I do? Well, that's not going to work. Can I do that? I think that works. We'll find out. No, I don't need to do that. You can go away. I'm gonna leave those out there. I do want to add this. No. There's CodeMedic. Do I have any branches out here? Okay, good. This is the same one that I was working in. All right. So we enhanced Docker workflow, add test for package version mismatch. So I added those couple things into the mix last time? Maybe. I am happy for any and all donations. Thank you. Thank you for considering. I really appreciate it. You don't want to build a Docker container to run a model. I want it to run on my WSL. I get it. I'm done coffee. What the heck is this? It's fine. That's fine. I will work with that. So... okay. So I think that'll work. I don't know. I added it out there. Let's this is fix package reporting. I don't know. That sounds good. Merge it in. Like some checks haven't completed yet. Yeah? Prove it. Show me. So, CodeMedic does a matrix build. It builds on Ubuntu, Windows, and Mac to make sure that it will build. And man, this Windows restore has taken a good long time. Like, restoring dependencies, and we're out to 10 seconds. 23, 24 seconds. Like, what's going on those Windows machines? Like, the Mac came back in how much time? Right? Mac came back in 35 seconds. The Linux machine in 32. Windows is 2 minutes in and still building. like exactly 2 minutes. Probably running updates. Hey, Corey Weathers, how you doing there, my friend? Let's merge in this one. And test for package, yeah. Improved reporting. Wow, improved reporting of packages. Added AOT building and delivery at release time. Yeah, squash and merge all that. Cool. Oh. All right. We had an issue. I'm gonna pivot over here because I think this was an interesting consideration here. Add a config option to run CodeMedic commands across multiple repositories using a single config file. So currently, you need to run these individually for each one. Be able to pass in a config with multiple repository paths, commands and options to run, and an output file path. Be preferable to scripting because it's cross-platform, out of the box, easier to maintain, provides a standardized way to run CodeMedic across projects. That's not bad. That makes sense. So if you pass in a config, let's go look at that config file, and I'd like to point out that they wrote the config file in YAML. Ooh! YAML! Ooh!
What'd you do?
I did some TAML this weekend. Oh, I gotta show you this. Check this out. No, really. Check this out. Not GitHub. So I don't have this published yet. Yeah, okay. And I don't have a README. So, for those of you that don't know, I hate
Do you
YAML.
hear that? That is the sound of inevitability.
It is.
The sound of your code failing.
No, it works, Charlie. It works. I don't like YAML. One of the big reasons I don't like YAML is because everything is space delimited and you don't know whether you need to put a hyphen or a colon or a quote to define all these things. That's garbage. We only need one bit of notation. One. Tab. So as a goof, literally almost 5 years ago, I came up with this idea of TAML, the tab and accessible or tab annotated markup language. Everything is a tab. Minimalist hierarchical data visualization format using only tabs and new lines for structure. And when you look at this, you're going to go, holy crap, why didn't we do this before? Watch this. Only tabs and new lines and comments with a hash. Key value pairs are just text separated by a tab. That's it. And it can be any number of tabs. It's up to you. Null and empty values, a null value is a tilde. That's it. Missing data, tilde.
Gemini sees images and text.
No, you
I see
still
into
didn't
the very
get that
essence
right.
of your programming inadequacies.
Yep. Copilot just wrote your nominatum implementation. Nice. You're fighting with Ansible YAML now? Lundo Spark, check this out. Empty strings is just double quote, right? That kind of makes sense. Empty string, you want to let it know that there is, it is a string, but we're just not passing anything through. Here we go. Watch this. So we have null values, empty string values, and then non-empty string values. Children are indented with tabs. If a key has children, it has no value on the same line. So, right, here's a key and it has children, so there's no other value here. And then Boom. Right? List items are just values indented one tab from their parent. That's easy, right? So here's this, and it has this collection of items in it. Nested lists and objects? Sure. Config database host, port, and they're all nicely aligned. Credentials, username, admin, password, secret, and they're separated with a tab. Indentation, one tab character is one level of nesting. Key value separator, one or more tab characters between key and value. Multiple tabs can be used for visual alignment. And so on and so forth here, okay? No quotes are needed. Values are literal strings. Everything's a string. There are no tabs allowed in content. That kind of makes sense. Nobody puts tabs in content. Comments, lines starting with hash, are ignored. Midline comments are not supported. Fine, no big deal. Data types. TAML is intentionally simple. All values are strings are strings by default. So numbers, that's a string. Booleans, those are strings. Null is tilde. Empty string is double quotes. So then you can have an example document like this. Right? So application my app version 1.0 author developer name. Now you could tab align them because you can have as many tabs across as you'd like. J, that's different. So, right, we could line these up by adding more tabs in here if we'd like. So there's advantages, plenty of advantages over YAML. No complex syntax for anchors, aliases, multi-line strings, none of that stuff. Tab only. Tabs do all the work. Hierarchy and separation. No colons. One less character to type. No ambiguity. No complex rules. Easier to write. Less cognitive load on markup syntax. So multi-line strings don't really support that. Need to figure out how to do that. It is less expressive, but that's by design. Tab characters can be invisible in some editors. So are spaces. No built-in support for complex data structures or references. If you need more tab characters, use them. Right? Here's the best part. Right? Invalid, valid, TAML, that's right. And I defined error types, and I defined a MIME type. Let me clone this locally. This is not currently available. You know what? Make it public, Fritz. We'll consolidate this. Let the people see what you got going on here. Let me show you what we got here. Change this to public. Yeah. Make that John public. Yeah. Go ahead. Do it. Do it. Yeah, it's fine. It's me. The people want to see the project. Let's show them the project here. Because what's wrong with TAML? Everything's wrong with TAML. You want TAML. So back over here, and you should be public now. Why aren't you public? Repository is currently public, but it still has the lock join on it. There it is. There you go. So I actually wrote a VS Code extension for it that does syntax highlighting and has a language server. Oh, when you see this. You can write TypeScript as much as you would like. That is fine. Go for it. Be my guest. I want something simple and cross-platform that I can use whatever language I want to read. Like, for that matter, if you're going to use TypeScript to write and configure your application, why not use C# then? Single file app. You've already got to run NPM with the TypeScript libraries available, the TypeScript parser, so that you can parse and do anything with that. You can do the same thing with C# and the .NET command line too. Give me another browser, another command line here. And did I copy the code? I forget. I don't know. I got so excited. Git clone that John. I was doing this on my laptop, Go over to tools. Yes. There's instructions here about how to build this, and I forget how to build it. I need VSCE. Give me that. Right? Do that. Cool. VSCE package. What? Yeah, VS Code Tamil. Yeah, that's fine. And now I can do, what is it? Code install, here, just copy it. And then what do you say this? Because it's just stupid enough. What? No such file or directory. Cool. So let's go up here, couple. Watch this. So I've got some example files here, like here, right? Nicely formatted, and now you can really see the format and structure of this. But you know what? That what's the tab size? Tab size is 1 right now. No. Give me an editor config in here. What is it? Right? And I want to say, I want to force the tab size. I forget what it is, right? Yeah. Force the tab size for all star dot Tamil files to 4 characters. It's easy, visually easy to follow. Let me get the editor config set up for here for the project, and we'll look at that again. And it's going to become even easier, right? Yeah, that's what I thought it was. Okay, fine. Good. Do that. Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you. Right? So, close that. Right? Is it reading that? No, it didn't. Change tab display size, make it 4. Close this, close that. Now look at it. Gregor Gaming, hello, and Code with Pros. Hi, how's it going? Now read that. Oh, baby. And what is it? Isn't there something like show tabs? Like something about, like, also look at the Rainbow plugin. Look at how the Rainbow plugin makes it even clearer what these things are. Right? Like, this is something that, like, the non-tech folks can get into, because with YAML and some of these other markup languages, well, do I put a dash? Do I have to put quotes around that? How do the angle brackets work here? What about curly braces? If it's a list, how do I do this? And where does that look? No, none of that. It's a tab. That's it. There is no top level, root level item. Everything's a child of the root, and these are just additional children at the end. Done. And still you start adding code snippets or bash. As long as you don't put tabs in there, you don't have it. Glenn! Hey, how you doing there,
Glenn
Glenn?
just resubscribed for 82 months.
82 months. Oh my goodness. Almost 7 years, my friend. Thank you so much. So I'm ranting about YAML and how I think I have a better idea with just tabs. All tabs, all the time, and it's easy to read. I thought there was a thing in VS Code to make tabs visible. Right? Isn't there? The rainbow extension is great.
I'm in control now. Sort of. Actually, no, not really.
That's right, you aren't, Charlie.
Fritz is still doing everything.
You better believe
I'm
it.
just observing anxiously.
Thank you. Is there a setting in VS Code to make tab characters visible? I thought there was. I thought there was. Yeah. Render white space? Wow, what's that doing? Render, toggle render. Ah, there it is. Thank you. Go away. You took too long. So it doesn't matter how many tabs are between these, right? It's still recognized as one, right? One of these concepts that I've dialed into the specification for this thing is once you start typing on a line, any number of tabs after it and a value exists after that. If there is no value, then it's a parent of a list, right? So ingredients for dough are these things. Ingredients for the sauce, these things. And because I built the plugin here for the syntax highlighting, it also knows how to fold. It knows how to fold! Oh! How cool is that? There is a language server extension that will report when there are invalid items built here. It compresses pretty small because it's just tabs, right? So the file ends up being small. It compresses nicely. I'm going to iterate on this a little bit. I've already written a .NET parser with some tests that go with it so that you can serialize very easily, so that you can validate easily. And this is right now strictly a goof. But it works. And there's so many places, and I can't stand that it put spaces in here instead of tabs. And to be clear, the reason that I rant about tabs versus spaces is because tabs are accessible. When you change the size of your tabs, because of when you use tabs to format your code, you're allowing the viewer to control how they view your code. When you use spaces, you are forcing the viewer to view your code the way that you wrote it. So, yep. Like, look, this will work also if I bump this to, right, whatever tab size, right? You want to make it 8? Sure, 8. Tabs is more inclusive, right? You want to make it 2? Sure. So, like, that's my belief in how built and considering this. Started as a goof, and then I wanted to use it as just, we'll tell Copilot to go render the JavaScript library. And it did. And it works. And it tests and works properly. So then I told it go render the Python. It did that too. So I've got a Python serializer and validator. I've got a JavaScript serializer and validator. Because Copilot did it for me. It's a goof, but we can learn how to write configuration capabilities for these other languages off of what started as a joke, right? But now we can also go back and look, because I told it, hey, go generate syntax highlighting. Well, here's all the instructions for how to write syntax highlighting, and we can go follow that along. How about a Rust one? I don't have Rust tools installed, but why not, right? I give it the spec. Hey, Copilot, comma, I'm interested in generating a Rust package that will allow me to serialize, comma, deserialize, and validate Tamil documents. Period. Please use the specification provided to assist in writing that package. Period. Maintain that library in a top-level Rust folder. And let's change this to that. And fire away. Hey, Robson, how you doing there? So, here it goes, right? Like, I don't know if it's going to be able to do this. Like, I don't have the Rust tools installed locally, so we'll see what it comes up with. Right? The tools available only allow for reading and searching. Oh, because I have it in ask mode.
I've just had a proper brainwave.
Oh, yeah?
What if we told everyone the bugs are actually features?
It's a good idea.
Worth a shot.
It is worth a shot. You notice that Visual Studio 2026 defaults back to spaces? Really? So, I have editor configs that I typically have littered across my projects that force things into tabs. So it should work.
I've prepared 3 contingency plans for when this deployment fails, sir. Would you like to review them now or shortly?
Shortly, if you don't mind. What did it say there about clarifying the structure? Yeah. So I'm using auto mode for Copilot here. Right? Hey, Licentia, hello. Here, let's go. No, I didn't. Oh, darn it. I meant.
I suggest a new strategy at SharpFritz.
Yeah?
Let R2 handle the debugging.
Oh, okay.
Or anyone really.
Hey! When you format a class is when it goes back to spaces. That sounds like something else. But that definitely, that sounds like something else. So, Tamil is Tom's obvious markup language, right? And that has a whole bunch of markup to it, and honestly, it looks more like an INI file. Like, sure, you can do that. Man, it's thinking a lot. How do you make warnings show up as errors? It's a setting in CS Proj. CodeMedic has it configured. While this is grinding away, doing the Rust sample. Yeah, no. over here. Let's take a look at the code. I've got too many GitHub windows open. Treat warnings as errors. There it is right there. So put that into your CS project inside of a property group, and any warnings will throw errors. So that's handy. Let's see how our rusty friend is doing over here. So it's got 8 steps that it's going through. I'm not going to sit here and wait for this. But, right, I could certainly create it as an issue, assign it to Copilot, and it would get somewhere with this. So I'm not... I'm going to respectfully reject these couple of items here real quick. Add this. Yeah. Send that up. So. But. Right, when I was working on Tamil a long time ago, we had no idea how we were going to do some of these other things. Now we've got to figure it out. Like, just like Copilot generate it. Need a Rust library. This library should provide basic serialization, deserialization, and validation for TAML files. Right, create that. Oh, I can't assign it to Copilot. Let me fix that. Copilot settings. Billing features. No, where is it? Yeah, coding agent. And only selected repositories. New Tamil. There it is. You can do it. Goodbye. Assign to Copilot. 1 second here. The Rust library should reside in a top level Rust folder. And let Copilot go do it. I don't need to think about it now. So, the idea with Tamil being so simple. And it did. It started as a goof. And I will stand by it started as a goof. But Corey, what you're saying there, I totally agree with. And that's why I started leaning into this. Because I forget how it came up. I was talking to Mrs. C Sharp Fritz on Saturday morning while we were having breakfast, drinking coffee, and watching morning news and whatever on TV. And it hit me, holy crow, just throw Copilot at Tamil and see what it comes up with. And comments about it and suggests. And what it generated as other examples and things, like a web app config, right? Like, don't give me that tab size 1. Go back to tab size 4. Like, that starts to look interesting and compelling and easy to consume. So I want to iterate on this a little bit. I want to take a little bit of time and build an implementation of iConfiguration, right, as .NET folks. An implementation of iConfiguration that will accept this format. Not because I want to use Tamil in all my websites, but it would be a great learning experience to build a configuration provider for our own niche configuration language. I'm going to blog about this at some point after I generate a couple more things here. And I'm going to push it out there into the internet, and there's going to be folks that are going to be like, this is stupid. Why would somebody do this? But I also think there's a group of folks that are going to go, just like we are, and looking at this, that's not bad. I need to write a spec for the format. So right there is, I need to write something that's a little bit more specification language. The spec that's here certainly needs to be updated so that it isn't as much Copilot instructions, but more IEEE spec language. I want to turn this specification document that we started in Markdown format so that Copilot would know how to build and reference and take our ideas for the TAML markup language and build parsers and things for it. I want to generate a specification document in the same style as the IEEE. Period. Right? Like, go ahead. Airbnb Bacon will 100% write all of the upcoming applications in Tamil. The more I look at it, the more that feels right. Go back over here. Like, it's not a thing. It's literally something we invented on a goof. But there might actually be something to this. Right? I'm not entirely wrong here. The question is, how much is David Fowler going to laugh at me when he sees what this is? Like, until something specifies and says we use this format, it's not going to go anywhere. But as an exercise to learn some other things about configuration, it's not bad. I think it does make sense, M. Pulaski. I think one of the things that it's short on is even I've explicitly made everything a string. In order to use this for something like REST, it's going to need some typing. More things should be created because they're cool or fun and not because they make some metrics change. I agree. Doing things so you learn them is the best reason to do them. Yeah. Right? And that's kind of, right, some of the MO of these streams is this is something that's fun and stupid, or this is something that's fun and interesting, and let's kind of go down that path. Like, I wrote the Chaos Monkey to go out there and make goof changes in our code. You make a donation of $5 or more, and you'll have an option to redeem and goof up our code. And we're doing that with a Copilot agent. What? No, that's CodeMatic. Hang on. Where'd it go? Back over here. This one. Yeah. Right? I'm doing this with a Copilot agent that is giving instructions to do silly things to our code. And it's goofy and fun, and it's a way for you to troll the project I'm currently working on. But you can turn this around and have this do things to improve your code, to enforce your standards, right? We're doing something silly here to make this to make it fun ways that you can change my code live on stream. Sure, absolutely, right? Introduce a random sleep into a unit test. It will randomly, the agent will decide to do that. It's a chaos monkey. But it's a way to learn how to do some of these things and programmatically enhance our code, right? We spent the time learning how to build this. So, yeah, I agree, Steven. One thing that will definitely be needed is a parser, like parse from XML or parse from JSON. Okay. Copilot's working away on this. Enhance the .NET library to convert from other formats. I would like to enhance the .NET serializer so that it has methods to be able to parse from XML or parse from JSON or even parse from YAML. That's a nice feature. Go. There's already a chaos monkey at the keyboard. Shut up. You're sounding like Charlie now. Oh shoot. So right, working with the agents, learning how to control them, taking those ideas that do feel goofy and be able to expand on that. Okay, didn't read it. That's interesting, but yes, Negan can respond there. So can Hannibal or Jigsaw. I do need to wrap up because I need to. We had a death in the family last week, and I need to book some travel. I need to take care of some other things. We didn't get back into CodeMedic. I do want to work on this. We're going to work on this tomorrow. But what I will give you, what I will share, Thursday on stream, we're on the front page of Twitch again. Okay. I'm working to do an hour of code, specifically the Minecraft hour of code, right? Folks on my team work on some of those features for the hour of code. I'm going to try to do the Minecraft hour of code as part of that stream on Thursday when we're live on the front page of Twitch, because I'm going to trick those Twitch viewers who think they're watching a Minecraft stream to come in and they're going to learn something. So, it's okay, Chris Funk. Yeah. Old people, and that's part of life. So we're okay with that. We're gonna work through that. So, thank you so much for tuning in. My apologies that I didn't get back into CodeMedic. We'll work on that again tomorrow. And maybe we can even look at putting CodeMedic in as an Aspire as an Aspire integration. Ooh. Let me see who else is streaming on the big Twitch TV network that I can get you connected to. Might be doing something cool, maybe doing some coding or something. Taking a look around the horn here. Our friends on the On.net show are on, and they're talking about quantum computing. Let's go over there. We're gonna raid the Visual Studio channel. And our friends, looks like Cam is broadcasting today. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're watching on my YouTube channel, I've got lots of other great videos for you down here, maybe over there, depending on how you're viewing YouTube right now, what app you're using, or if you're on the website. I have another episode in the summary playlist for Code Medic that is going to be going live in a little bit. I have to finish the edit, and I will have that published a little bit later this morning. Yeah, I'm calling myself old. That's right. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll be back tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 a.m. Pacific, 1400 UTC, and we'll have some more fun coding. We're getting ready to do some more of our redemptions that we've hit from our St. Jude fundraiser, all right? Thank you so much for being with us today, and I will see you tomorrow. Take care.